Oh, my friend, my beautiful, beautiful friend, it is spring. Praise Jesus. It is spring. Spring is when I come to life. And spring also means it is time for the second quarter of the year. It is April. I can't believe it, but I am so glad that I'm saying that out loud. I kind of hate how fast time feels like it's going, but when it comes to winter, time can just go ahead and fly by. January, February, March, be gone. Because April is here and now things can slow down so I can lovingly and decadently enjoy every month from now until December, because that's the weather in which I thrive. I function like an iguana. Beware of falling iguanas when the temperatures get too low, right? But when it is warm outside or thawing outside or a beautiful fall day outside or summer day outside, I know no bounds. I have much more energy than I do in the wintertime. And so it is the beginning of my thaw season. It is my time to shine, and it is time to actually focus on these second quarter goals, which are derived from my annual goals. If you don't know what my annual goals are, I will post that video down below for you, my 2026 goals. I talk about my primary focus for the year, and each quarter I like to update my goals to reflect what I plan on doing to reach those goals in the next 90 days, more or less. Now, what I have learned about myself recently, and I've known this for years, but I've accepted it about myself this year, is that I am not a doer in the winter. I'm a hibernator. So try as I might, the wiring that the good Lord gave me is hibernation station in wintertime. December, January, February, March, because I live in Minnesota, is hibernation time. So this year, 2026, let's mark it down in the record, is the year that I have accepted that New Year's is not my starting point. No go. I need to start learning how to accomplish my annual goals in 3 quarters instead of 4. And it starts, my new year is April 1st, because I do not function the same in the winter that I do the rest of the year. When daylight saving starts again, when it is lighter out for longer, I change. Like in my core, I change as a human being and feel much more like the person that I want to be. And that is the season I'm in right now. And that makes me feel so good. I feel like, have you ever seen that video? I don't know if I'm going to find it, about that bear that everyone makes fun of because he's coming out of hibernation and he looks a hot mess. And we're like, oh, that's how it feels after a really good nap. I am that bear. I am that bear who just sleeps all winter long and then becomes a new person in the springtime. So we are here with that. And with that come my Q2 goals, where I'm going to share with you the focus of the next 3 months. And then my April goals, which I filmed before this, so I'm kind of working backwards, are going to be derivative of these goals here. So I take my annual goals and I kind of look at them and go, all right, what do I want to accomplish in the next 90 days as they pertain to this umbrella goal of my 2026 goals? And this is what I've come up with. So buckle up. I'm going to try and keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And let's dive right in, shall we? My first goal, I have a goal of losing somewhere between 30 and 40 pounds this year. I have made exactly 0 progress on that at this point in time. Now, to be fair, I got on the scale this morning and my weight actually fluctuated back up after Aunt Flo's visit. And so I was like, well, that just makes like the April 1st start date kind of feel rude. Or not April 1st. It's Sunday. The day I'm filming this is Sunday, and I'm doing like April 1st starts tomorrow, even though it's the 30th tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine. So I was like, oh, that really makes it feel like I haven't done anything. My weight has been fluctuating up and down due to hormones for the last 2 weeks. So I really have no concept of where I'm at. But let's just say there's been little to no progress this year thus far. So my goal for the quarter is to knock out 10 to 15 pounds. If I knock out 15 pounds, I'm at half of my goal. So we're going to focus. We're going to do it. This is for April, May, and June. I should be able to up my activity and my sunshine exposure, which will help regulate my appetite a lot more. And I just do so much better when there's sunshine involved and good weather involved and all of those things, and outdoors involved. I love being outside. I do not love being outside when I have perceived it to be too cold. For me, that's like 55 and under. So in Minnesota, it's a little wishy-washy, right? My ability to get outside. So I'm very excited to be able to embrace that a little bit more and continue to go to the classes that I've started going to at the gym and all of these things. I'm very excited. But the primary goal, the number one goal, if I achieve nothing else on this list, the goal is to lose 10 to 15 pounds. Okay, rocking into hot girl summer. All right, that's just the vibe. That's the vibe this year. It is. Publish 24 videos. That's 2 videos a week. Come on. I was actually talking in my membership community about this, and one of my members brought up a really good point. And well, actually, I'm not going to talk about this because I have a vlog that I either have already posted or will post shortly after the goals videos for the month that actually goes in depth about how I'm feeling about YouTube and what my mindset has been and what my plan is going forward. So I will link that down below once it publishes. I don't know if it's going to be before or after, but the explanation that I was just about to give you is actually in that video. So rather than make you listen to the same spiel twice, go ahead and watch that video and you will hear it. 5 out of 7 days a week, fully put together. Now, fully put together can look a little different day to day. If I'm chilling, if I am straight chilling, or it's Housewife Monday, then an outfit that looks presentable enough and cute enough to go out in, and maybe my hair is like not a rat's nest, and maybe I put on like eyebrows and mascara and a lip color. That counts. But also so does full glam. That counts. It all counts as long as I put in some sort of effort into my appearance in some way. There are many days that I anticipate, I'm checking in on my skin. My skin has still been very, very dry. I'm working very hard to get it better. But the reality is I don't love wearing foundation right now. I have foundation on today because I did a deep exfoliation last night and slathered so much moisture on my face. 3 different types and then an oil to seal it in. I actually woke up this morning with nice, smooth, not dry and scaly feeling skin, which allowed my makeup to go on for church. So I'm going to start doing that on days I know I'm going to be wearing makeup, but most days I don't wear foundation anymore. And I do love that. I do. So that's like full glam is not going to count, but partial glam, little glam, glamette, if you will count towards the get myself together. But the goal is just to feel put together. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. And I want to do the best I can. My goal is to have my home feel functional and clean and lived in. I explained this in a different video recently. It might be one that you haven't seen yet, but we feel at home here. This transition into moving into this new house has felt seamless in terms of, does it feel like, this isn't my home. It's a house, but not a home yet. No, I never felt that. I felt at home immediately in this house. And so now it's just a matter of like getting into the routines that I had back at our own town home. Different routines because it's a different house, but the same idea. Like I had a routine that worked in that house and it was great. And I felt very equipped and like a good steward of my time because of it. And I want to find that in this home. And I also want to get the home cleaning. This is also the home goal is also spring cleaning. It is springtime. I'm going to take my sweet time spring cleaning because it is such a big house. But if I can chip away at it a little bit every week, by the end of spring, I will have a fully refreshed and cleaned home, as well as implementing some home reorganization projects in the process as well. Just so by the time summer rolls around, we just feel fully equipped and good and ready to rock and roll. And I just love opening my windows and letting the fresh air in, lighting a nice like outdoorsy scented candle and feeling like the house is clean. So we're going to be focusing on that this quarter. A 2.5 hour a day phone limit implementation, which is going to be really interesting because I spend about an hour a day on it playing this game with my husband. So that means throughout the day, the phone limit is much less. So we're going to see how that goes. It's just another element for Lent. I have been leaving social media app blockers on, and that has been serving me really, really well. So now we're going to take it to the next level. Even though Easter is coming, and Lent is ending, I'm not changing using the social media app blockers. That's sticking with me. And there's a solid chance that, TikTok stays off my phone too. I'm not going to put that in writing, but there's a really, really solid chance I don't re-download it. Create a full daily and weekly routine that works and then use it. use it. Imagine that. And this again goes back to part of the cleaning stuff and the cleaning routines and everything, but also having appointments with myself. What's really starting to help with this is starting to attend classes at my local gym. I joined our local community center and have been attending a couple of classes that I've been learning to really enjoy. And so I'm thinking if I can find 2 or 3 days a week where I go over there just for classes, I don't need to go over there to work out formally because I have a fully functional basement gym at home with all the weights and the elliptical. So I don't need to go over there to use their equipment, but I'm going over there for the community and the accountability that classes offer. And so if I have like a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, something like that, where I have a class routine that is acting as appointments that I hold in my calendar and keep, that is going to start to be the outline for a more rigid and strict is wrong. That's not the word I'm looking for, but more explicit routine. It will give me more direct information on how I need to use my time instead of, I'm very, very privileged in that I don't have to work. I don't have to be anywhere. On any given day, except for Sunday, I rarely, if ever, have to set an alarm and be out of bed at a certain time. I set an alarm every day because I choose to be awake in the mornings because I do enjoy mornings, but I never have to be anywhere before 10 o'clock. Rarely. And that is a blessing and a privilege to be able to say that. So I love that life, but I also know that my brain doesn't function well under that life because in my brain, it's like, oh, full permission to do nothing because you don't technically have anything to do. Technically, I have a to-do list a mile long, but I don't technically have anywhere to be most of the time. I do now with like our Sunday small group and Tuesday small group. And if I'm on worship team, I have a Wednesday rehearsal and Sunday morning is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm starting to develop that sort of routine and I'm loving it. I can feel myself starting to get in a groove because I'm having regular commitments on my calendar. And so the fitness classes are going to add to that. And all of a sudden, it's going to help me provide an outline for myself of productive blocks of time. And then I can assign what this, I have this day, this hour to this hour on Mondays and this time to this time on Tuesdays. And I can assign what I use that time for and then be a better steward of my time because I know with certainty, like an appointment, what I have to do. And that will help me function better as a human. And then my marital goal for the month or for the quarter is just to go out on 3 dates. That's 1 date a month. Go out. We have been loving and thriving at home. We love being at home. We hang out at home, but we're not like explicitly going out and being like, let's go out for dinner and an activity or something that's like quality time out of the house. We're not doing that. And now that winter's over, we don't really have an excuse. So the goal is 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 date a month out and about. That is the goal. And then I have one blank space left. I have one more quarterly goal that I have not assigned yet because I'm just letting it, maybe it'll speak to me in a week or 2 or 3 and I'll be like, oh, that's going to be a really good thing for me to add to my list. So I'm just leaving that one thing. I don't have something explicit there because my other goal that has not been addressed is the music goal. And Easter is actually proving to be a step towards implementing music back into my life in a bigger way. Which is great. So I'm making some slow progress there, but progress nonetheless. So because I was given an opportunity at church, which is really awesome. So that's what I have for my Q2 goals. I'm very excited to hopefully be back in the groove and just yeah, that's the goal. That's all I want. And I feel like finally, if you can't tell, I'm actually quite tired. This weekend has been exhausting and we still have more to do and it's great. And I love it. I love the life we have created. It is so wonderful. And I talk more about this in depth in a different video, which you will see soon. But, as like a Cliff Notes version of like why I haven't been showing up on here is, I'm so beautifully content with how my life is offline. And that is such a blessing to be able to say. Like there are days I don't think about picking up the camera. I just don't because I'm doing the same mundane feeling things every day, but I'm getting ready to cook a meal for 8 people. I did that twice in the last week. cooked a meal for 8 people. And then I cooked a meal for 2 guests last night. So I cooked meals for people 3 times outside of us, outside of my husband and I, meals to host people 3 times in the last week. And I'm loving this life. I'm loving it. And the Lord has blessed us greatly with the community that we have found here. And so the more that I feel like I'm thriving in my offline life, the less I feel called to be here. So now I'm balancing I would love to continue to show up on here, but how? Let's give it the good old college try. See if this is still something I want to do by putting the effort and energy and engagement into it, and then make an informed decision at the end of the year, while still enjoying everything about my offline life. So that's where I'm at with that, which is why honestly, I haven't been showing up, because I'm like, I'd rather be doing X, Y, and Z thing offline, or preparing for this thing offline, or I got to go to the grocery store again because we have people coming over tonight. And I do love that life a lot. So I love you too, but you're not here with me. So we're working on that. You and I are going to we're going to get together and have some chats more often. We are. I promise you that. I would love to continue to cultivate our relationship. So we'll have a chat real soon. I promise. I do miss you. But know that I'm good offline. I'm good. Things are good. So I love you all. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for my April goals coming soon, and we will be back in action this month. I love you all. Bye-bye.